welcome to the South St. Paul Educational Foundation Scholarship Banquet. My name is Rankin Patet, and I'm a board member and the vice president of our foundation. The South St. Paul Educational Foundation was established in 1984 with the vision to provide scholarships to our graduating seniors, and also to provide program and classroom support to students and teachers at all our schools across all grade levels. Tonight marks our 25th year of awarding scholarships, and it is my pleasure to welcome the scholarship recipients and their families to this special evening, which is in their honor. Tonight we acknowledge and reward their hard work and sacrifice, their accomplishments, their achievements during their years here at South St. Paul High School. I must also welcome and thank the individuals, the families, businesses, and organizations who, through their generosity and support of these young men and women, make an evening like this possible. Tonight we will award over $220,000 worth of scholarships to 119 students. Thank you to our donors for believing in these students and caring enough to make a difference in their lives, providing scholarships and assisting them in taking those first steps beyond high school. We have an exciting and a memorable program for you this evening with a number of distinguished guests and speakers. However, before we start, it's my job to acknowledge a number of people. First of all, I would like to thank Steve Duty of Edward Jones and Mayors and Powers Investment Council for providing the dinners for our students this evening. Thank you to Dan Grievous for our still photography and to Town Square Television for televising tonight's program. Thank you to our kitchen staff for the wonderful meal we just enjoyed. To the custodial staff and the technology staff for their hard work for setup and takedown of tonight's program. Thank you to them. Our reader this evening who will read the students' bios is Ms. Sue McDaniel, a French teacher at our high school. And finally, the last thing I'd like to do is to introduce the South St. Paul Educational Foundation to you. Our executive director is Carrie Voyevich on my left. Our administrative assistant is Sharon Jakacki. I'm not sure where Sharon is. And there are a number of fellow board members that are here tonight, and as I call your name, if you would please stand and be recognized while I do that. Georgianne Kohlenberger, Jerry Gunderman, Molly Glevy-Morissette, Diane Keir, Mary Niederkorn, Steve Lewandowski, John McEnany, Beth Bauman, Mike Francis, and Dave Erickson. There are a number of other board members who were not able to be with us this evening, and they are President John Lawley, Nancy Whiteside-Umera, Carl Lehman, Jody Poppy, and Krista Edson. And it's been my pleasure working with them over the year, getting ready for this evening. Thank you to them. We'd like to start our program now, and at this time, it seems fitting that we start with some words from the superintendent of our school district, and I'd like to introduce to you Patty Hemanover.
Good evening and welcome to this very special event. I would like to acknowledge all our donors who are here tonight. Thank you. Thank you for making South St. Paul Education Foundation one of the best in the state of Minnesota. the foundation's success is the result of the strong partnership it has with all its donors. Because of your generous support, we are here tonight to celebrate the academic success of our students. As a donor, you should be very proud of the lives that you have touched and the opportunities you have provided to so many of our students. I hope you realize the full impact that you have made on those who have received those scholarships over the years. You have truly made a difference. Students, you should be very proud of what you have accomplished. And know by receiving your scholarship tonight, you are on your way to a new beginning. Congratulations and best wishes. I have the honor to introduce Bruce Hagerty, Board Chair of the South St. Paul Board of Education. Bruce.
Thank you, Superintendent Hemanover, and thank you to the members of the South St. Paul Educational Foundation for once again making this marvelous evening possible. I represent the School Board of South St. Paul here this evening and wish to take a moment to recognize my fellow board members who are in attendance this evening. I would ask them to stand as their names are called and remain standing so that you can shower them with your enthusiastic applause. They are Deborah Clark, Ann Coonahan, Rita K. Erickson, Wendy Felton, Shelley Forrester, and John Voyevich. And we thank them for their efforts on behalf of your students. To our donors, our benefactors, our heartfelt appreciation for all that you do and all that you make possible. The scholarships being awarded tonight are available only because of Friends of South St. Paul Schools who have determined that it is vitally important to create educational opportunities for the students of our community. There are no state or federal tax dollars being raised and distributed this evening. There are no local property taxes increasing to fund these gifts. These scholarships happen each and every year because caring individuals and businesses reach into their pockets, and some reach very, very deep to help our students take the next step in their career journey. Students, you've got friends you don't even know. It's a pretty reassuring feeling. Congratulations for being invited to participate in this evening's event. Your parents are proud of you, as are we. Everyone leaves here a winner tonight. There are no losers. Everyone leaves with a prize. So put on your best smiles. Please leave the chewing gum at the table. Make firm handshakes, look good on camera, and pray that the photos turn out well. Good luck to you all.
Incidentally, when he was talking about the chewing gum, he was leaving that message to me. So thanks, Bruce. I left it outside. I'm Butch Manning. I'm the high school principal. And I just want to say good evening and welcome to the home of the Packers. You know, last night I happened to have an opportunity. I just was watching the evening news. And right now when you watch the evening news, there's not a lot of positive things. And I saw something that was very, very negative. They talked about the unemployment rate in the United States. And it's still rising, as we all know. I also then thought about a conversation I had with some of our seniors. As it gets to be this time of the year, and soon they're going to be leaving me, and that hurts because they're great kids. I ask them questions like, hey, what are you going to do this summer? What's going on? And in talking to them, the general response is there's really very few summer jobs for us. There's nothing out there, and the jobs that are out there don't pay a whole lot. Well, after that, and thinking through this and thinking about where our economy is, I took a look and I started to think about the $221,000 that our foundation is giving. And then I came up with this little mathematical problem because I know our students are also brilliant. And what I did, I took a look and I said $221,000 in scholarship money. 119 students who will be receiving a scholarship. On the average, if we divide that out, that means that each student will receive $1,857.14. Now, if you take the fact that the student had to work approximately an hour and a half to complete the scholarship application, and tomorrow morning, remember students, tomorrow morning we're meeting and we are writing thank you notes. If you take the 30 minutes it takes to write that thank you note, you would take a look at 2 hours, and therefore our senior scholarships winners were paid approximately $928.57 per hour. Well, I know a lot of you think I'm paid a lot, but I would take that any day. As a matter of fact, if you ask me, it's unbelievable return for you students to complete your high school education and put in a mere 2 hours of work. On behalf of the seniors at South St. Paul High School, I want to thank the Education Foundation and all those people that donate. Thank you so much on behalf of my students.
It is our practice to ask a South St. Paul High School graduate to give our keynote address. We are very fortunate to have with us this evening Dave Lanegren to continue with this tradition. Dave Lanegren, a South St. Paul High School graduate from the class of 1959, is currently a professor at McAllister College, where he is the Geography Department Chair and teaches courses in human and urban geography. He is an expert on urban development and planning issues, the history of the Twin Cities, and the Iron Range area of Minnesota. Professor Lanegren is also a resource on riverfront development in St. Paul. He has received countless honors and awards for his work in geography and education. Most recently, he was one of 4 finalists for the Minnesota Book Award in the category of Writing on Minnesota. He has received the NCGE George J. Miller Award in 2008, given for a distinguished record of service to geography education, and the McAllister Alumni Service Award in 2008. Professor Lanegren has published numerous books and articles on geography and urban development. He has been the keynote speaker at many conferences and universities throughout the world. Professor Lanegren has been an on-camera informant and geography consultant for Twin City Public Television. Mr. Lanegren received his Bachelor of Arts at McAllister College in 1963, his Master's at the University of Minnesota in 1966, and his PhD at the University of Minnesota in 1970. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Lanegren.
Thank you for that nice introduction. I was relieved that you didn't use a line that was used when I was introduced at Hamline University once, where they called me the grandfather of geography in Minnesota. And I said, no, it's the godfather. It's the godfather, not the grandfather. Well, good evening, members of the class of 2009, parents and friends, and especially members of the South St. Paul Education Foundation. It's a great honor to speak to you on this very special night. The theme of this brief talk is changing communities, and I want to use the word changing both as a noun and as an adjective. Sorry, as a verb and an adjective. You have worked hard, despite what the principal has told you. You've worked hard over the 4 years to earn the rewards provided to you by your community. But what is more, you are successful because you are members of a successful community. To this community, you brought your personal talents and energies, your special gifts, These were encouraged and enabled in school because South St. Paul and its public schools are communities that work. Because local communities are the base of our identity, our politics, and the economy, tonight I would like to have us consider what makes a community sustainable and successful. In addition, I would like us to think a little bit about what you will experience as you leave this community and move into new communities at college, in the military, or your workplace. When I received the invitation to speak to you, I recalled Honors Night in May 1959, just an eye blink ago. I wondered what we would have thought if a member of the class of 1909 had come to talk to us. What would such a person have to say? Like all other old people, he or she would have talked about the changes that have occurred in South St. Paul. When she or he graduated in 1909, the high school was just 3 years old. Establishing a high school was a major accomplishment for South St. Paul because at that time, most school districts only went through the 8th grade. So from the very beginning, there was something special about South St. Paul. The graduate would have told us that the town had become industrialized. New jobs had been created during the growth of the packing houses and stockyards, and how it was connected by a great rail network to the wild western ranges, to Chicago, and the booming cities of the East. In 1959, Concord was a busy shopping and entertainment street, but not much was happening out in the country on South Robert. The economy was dominated by the livestock industry, but the town was not run by the private detectives and corporate spies of the sort that existed in the eastern steel mills and the mining camps of the Appalachian coal fields. Something else was created here. Certainly, old Aught 9 would have commented about how the town had grown with the migration from the surrounding countryside and the distant countries of southeastern and eastern Europe. We would have heard about how the Serbs, the Swedes, the Scots, the Poles, the Hungarians, the Romanians, the Germans, the Irish, the Norwegians, and the Bulgarians established families, founded churches, fraternal organizations, and social clubs. These new residents opened stores of all sorts, built houses, and most importantly, established an independent school system to educate the baby boom generation. I'm sure we would have heard how the citizens of the town were full of optimism about the future, despite the economic hardships of the first half of the 20th century. She or he would have been excited to talk about the new democratic community that was built by the immigrants fleeing the despotic empires of Europe. Democracy runs deep in this community. South St. Paul women were the first in the nation to vote after Congress ratified the 19th Amendment. Although the residents had differences of opinions on many issues, they proved that neither male aristocrats nor wealthy elites were needed to govern. We would have heard how new roads and cars enabled the addition of new suburbs to the industrial base of South St. Paul, and how electricity, along with new tools and appliances, transformed the nature of work, and how the work week had been shortened through the activities of the collective bargaining processes. South St. Paul's connection to the nation and the world brought changes. The rising tide of European nationalism swept up my father and several other generations of South St. Paul residents into 2 world wars. Others fought in the conflicts in Greece and Korea, the arena wars of the Cold War. Soviet accomplishments in science and technology, particularly Sputnik, challenged the United States academic establishment and launched educational reforms in South St. Paul and elsewhere. Our old enemies became our allies, while some of our allies, former allies, became our enemies. A new geography of world connections was forming. Despite these changes, important elements of this place remained constant. Residents continued to invest the time and money needed to create a unique community with excellent schools for all. The fraternal organizations, churches, and public library founded in the first part of the century were still here. Dancers still celebrated weddings in the Serbian, Polish, and Croatian halls, and the Masons and Order of the Eastern Star still held their dinners in their temple on Murray Avenue and 4th. People spent time together. Although each generation of parents was required to work hard for long hours under unpleasant and sometimes dangerous conditions, their children were educated to have choices. The town was working. A powerful sense of place and community maintained South St. Paul as a town where thousands of residents achieved their dream of independence and well-being. South St. Paul schools continue to graduate students capable of achieving their goals. Well, if that's the story of the first 50 years, what about the last 5 decades? As a geographer who studies communities locally and around the world, I focus on plans and designs of successful and sustainable cities, towns, neighborhoods, and commercial districts. During the past 50 years, geographers have developed powerful computerized tools for analyzing communities. These tools help us make better plans and designs, answer locational questions, and monitor rapid changes in land use, traffic flows, and population movements. We have seen 2 very important changes. Cities of the United States, especially South St. Paul, have experienced deindustrialization. Well-paying jobs on the shop floor are all but gone. Jobs in the service and information sectors have expanded and created greater pressures on the educational institutions. Second, the world's population has become urbanized, and a wide range of communities have been created or expanded. Some are draconian, without freedom or hope. Some communities are beautiful to behold and are home to only wealthy, healthy people. Others are horribly ugly and filled with pestilence. We also see 4 constants. First, communities are always changing. No matter how hard planners try, they cannot create and sustain freeze-frame communities or places where nothing and no one ages. However, we have the power to change communities. Therefore, we must determine in which direction and toward what future we want our communities to move. Our second constant is cities depend upon citizens working together. Rogue individuals can destroy communities and cause people to lose their self-confidence and their faith in one another. Although we can find multiple examples of when individuals destroyed communities or ruled as tyrants, we cannot find a single case where an individual acting alone, no matter how well-intentioned, created a just and sustainable community. City life since 1959 has proven that creating a community means more than building fences, paying for police protection, or living in homogeneous enclaves in the suburbs of Minneapolis, Detroit, or Phoenix. The only way sustainable communities are created is when individuals who see the future and have a sense of place step forward and work together in a myriad of volunteer organizations. The third constant is the ethnic and cultural diversity that was dominant in South St. Paul a century ago is reemerging and morphing into new patterns created by immigrants from Africa, Latin America, and Asia. We must recognize that while the components of our culture change, the basic elements of our culture have always been diverse and integrated. Spatial interdependence is the fourth constant. Just as industrial South St. Paul was dependent upon distant markets and sources of raw materials linked together by the railroads and highways, we are also dependent upon faraway places. Although previous graduates of South St. Paul understood our connections to other places, we could not have dreamed of the sort of space in which you thrive. As you sit there texting, you can instantly reach hundreds of Facebook friends, both near and far, at no economic cost. In this new space, communities are not always neighborhoods. We must all think about the changes and constants in American community life because it is easy to see a pattern of instability developing. In a book published in 2000 titled Bowling Alone, Robert Putnam asserted that American communities were indeed unstable and unsustainable. He argued from the evidence available at the time that we were no longer joining organizations, from bowling leagues to fraternal organizations, with the same frequencies as did our elders. And he also argued that we had lost our commitment to one another. Those who bowl alone seek to cocoon themselves in modern versions of moats and citadels. They seek spatial and psychological distance from their fellow residents who are less fortunate or who are new to the land, and those who are troubled. Such people do not understand how they are connected to other places, and consequently, they do not know how their problems and successes are caused by a complex set of spatial interactions, both local and far away. While they fear conditions and developments in different parts of the city, they do not feel obliged to help mitigate dangers and denigrating conditions. Thus, our communities are devolving. In a very short time, you will leave this high school community, never to return. And some of you will also leave South St. Paul. Some of you will join the intensive but short-lived communities of residential colleges. Others will join other types of academic institutions. Some of you will join the highly structured community of the armed forces. Others will find jobs and enter residential and workplace communities here in town and far away. Wherever you go, remember that in a democracy, people create their own communities, and they get the communities they deserve. Let me repeat that. People create their own communities, and they get the communities they deserve. How will you create the communities you deserve? Will you be able to understand the changes occurring around you? Will you be able to take the actions that will result in stronger, healthier, and more equitable communities? Will you have the courage to match your convictions? The tasks of entering, maintaining, or building communities will be your greatest challenge. Answer this call with confidence. Your time in this successful community has strengthened you and illustrated for you what communities can be. So, class of 2009, enjoy tonight. You have done well. Continue to lead the life of the mind. Enjoy beauty and laughter each day. Remember this night and pay forward so that succeeding classes will also be successful. And remember, don't go bowling alone. Thank you.
Thank you, David. it's time to turn the program over to our Executive Director, Carrie Voyevich.
Hello, everyone. Can you hear me? Okay. Thanks for coming tonight. It's such a special night for the Educational Foundation. As you see, we're celebrating our 25th year, and I want to take this opportunity to invite all of you to our celebration that's going to be happening August 21st at Southview Country Club. On your tables, you have a little save the date card, and I encourage you to take all home with you so you can put it on your calendar and come celebrate with us. It's going to be a wonderful event. Also on your tables is a copy of our annual report. If you've not seen it, I encourage you to take one home and look it over, and if you have any questions, do call me at the foundation or email me with any questions. I want to thank our donors especially this evening for their continued support of our students during this very difficult economic time. We're so grateful to have $221,000 being awarded to 119 of our seniors this year. And we're very proud of the broad range of scholarships that represents a true cross-section of our students' abilities and talents. We have a special appointment this evening. We have a presentation. Michael Thury is going to be granted admission to the United States Military Academy at West Point. And I'm happy to introduce Lieutenant Colonel Gus Zener here to present this award. And Gus is over here, and he needs to make his way up here. Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening, and it's great to be here with you. And my name is Gus Zener, and I'm a local admissions representative of the United States Military Academy, West Point. I am an alumnus of that esteemed institution from the class of 1962. Now, if you do the math on that, that makes me 1 year older than Colonel Lenra. So we're the old guys get to start. It is my sincere pleasure this evening to recognize one of South St. Paul's highest graduates, Michael Thury, who was earned in a boy in West Point and will be entering the academy as a member of the class of 2013 in just a few short weeks. Mike, could you come on up here, please? His appointment represents about a $280,000 scholarship to receive a world-class education that includes all tuition, room and board, uniforms, medical care, military training, and even pay. But more important is the opportunity to attend the premier leadership institution of the world, a school with the mission to educate and train leaders of character to the United States Army. Leaders like Grant and Lee, Eisenhower and Patton, Schwarzkopf, and Petraeus. Mike has clearly demonstrated that he is a leader, and West Point will provide him an opportunity to develop those leadership skills to the highest level. He will, of course, be challenged by the academics and the strenuous athletic program all cadets must face, but he has already demonstrated his abilities in those areas as well. I am confident that he will be a great success at West Point and will become an outstanding officer entrusted with the responsibility of leading America's sons and daughters all over the world. In these trying times, it is important that we all realize the magnitude of that responsibility. Mike, I share the pride of your family, your school, and your community in your having won this cherished appointment. And so on behalf of the President of the United States, I am proud to present Michael James Thury with a certificate of appointment to the West Point class of 2013.
Congratulations, Michael. In an effort to make this evening go a little smoother, I have a few details to go over. Donors and students, as you come up here, please, first of all, face the cameras. We've got Twin City television. It's being live on TV, and our donors and recipients will go over to Dan Grievous, and he will take your picture. We've got a couple different athletic events. I'm looking around for Sharon because we have a few of our kids in different athletic events, and we might go a little different than our program says. So just bear with us as we try to accommodate everyone's schedule here. If there's more than one recipient for a donor, we ask that all students remain up here and move over to Dan Grievous for a group picture. We've got a center aisle here somewhere. I think it's right this way, so if you can navigate best you can up here. Our first scholarship this evening is the Art and Lois Gillen Scholarship. This scholarship was established by Levander, Gillen & Miller Law Firm in honor of Art's retirement from the firm in 1996. Presenting this scholarship this evening is David Gates from Levander, Gillen & Miller Law Firm. You can just announce your scholarship winner.
Sure.
There you go.
On behalf of the law firm of Levander, Gillen & Miller, I'd like to acknowledge Frank Hopp. Mr. Hopp.
Frank plans to attend St. Paul College for a degree in culinary arts next year. This is a year-long program which will allow him to transfer credits to the University of Wisconsin Stout, where he completes the culinary program. His hope is to attend Stout to receive a bachelor's degree in business administration. Finally, he wishes to attend a finishing school in the culinary arts in New York or Kentucky, specializing in either restaurant or catering services. He knows that college is expensive, and any contribution would help him to achieve his goal. Frank's plans to work while he's attending college, but a scholarship would be extremely helpful since it will take many years to fulfill his final objective.
The next scholarship this evening is Bremer Community Service Scholarship. This scholarship was established by Bremer Bank to focus on leadership and citizenship qualities through community service of our students. The presenter of this scholarship this evening is Steve Carrier.
On behalf of Bremer Bank, I'd like to award this scholarship to Kayla Eastman.
Kayla is a very outgoing girl. She loves to be crazy with all of her friends, and her favorite thing in life is laughing. Her life is based on three major things: family, friends, and dancing, because they're the things that make her the most happy. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to her. To receive help would be the best thing ever. Kayla plans on attending Inver Hills.
The Centennial Fund Scholarship was next, established by funds made available through the donations to the Centennial Fund. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Krista Berger. Krista loves watching movies and hanging out with her friends. They like going to hockey games and other sporting games. She really enjoys taking pictures. Receiving a scholarship would mean a better chance at going and staying at the school of her choice. It would make going to college a lot more affordable. Krista plans on attending the Art Institute of Minnesota, pursuing a career in graphic design. The Doc Flom Memorial Scholarship is next. It was established in 1993 by friends and family in memory of Doc. Here to present this scholarship is Eric Flom.
Good evening. This year's winner is Justin Brown.
Fitness is very important to Justin. He enjoys working out and staying active. He is an avid snowboarder, loves the sight of snow, and lives for the cold winter months. Since Justin started grade school, his family knew he would be the first to go to college. A scholarship from the South St. Paul Educational Foundation would help lessen his inevitable post-college debt, help him live up to his family's expectations, and would be greatly appreciated. Justin plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in biology.
This is the 19th year that friends and family of Doug Ninneman made the scholarship available in his memory. The recipient of this scholarship is Katie Berber.
Katie works well with others and prefers to always be busy. She loves being outdoors, and some interests would be hunting, camping, fishing, and just being up north. All her favorite pastimes would be all the fun things she and her friends have done together. Receiving a scholarship would give Katie an opportunity to attend college and also make it more affordable for her and her parents. Katie believes receiving a scholarship would help her achieve one of her dreams, but most of all would be give her motivation to do her best in accomplishing her career goal. She plans on attending Inver Hills, studying law enforcement and criminal justice.
The next two scholarships have been established by the family of Jimmy Schmidt. He was a lifelong South St. Paul resident and a 1971 graduate. His passions were baseball and softball, and Jimmy thoroughly enjoyed the athletic competition. Here to present the scholarship is Roy Schmidt.
The first recipient is Shelby Vilhaug.
Shelby would describe herself as an energetic, outgoing, well-rounded, and hard-working individual. She prides herself in being the person she is and never doubting herself. In her pastime, Shelby is involved in youth sports. Receiving a scholarship would mean a great deal to her. She would be able to better afford college and put herself through school to become the best person she can be. Shelby plans on attending the University of Wisconsin River Falls, majoring in business management.
The second recipient is Matthew Osborne.
Matthew enjoys spending time with friends and family anytime he can. He has a passion for sports, especially ice hockey. His hobbies are fitness and anything to do with the outdoors. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to him. It would help him reach his goal of becoming an athletic trainer and being one of the few members of his family to earn a college degree. Matthew plans on attending St. Cloud State to pursue a career as an athletic trainer.
Lorraine Wojak was a switchboard operator for the South St. Paul schools. Lorraine loved the students and had a special relationship with many of the service students. The recipient of the Lorraine Wojak Memorial Scholarship is Brianna Rogish.
Brianna is a very outgoing person who tries to get along with everyone. Her favorite pastimes are to be with her friends and family. Receiving a scholarship would mean that she would be the first one in her immediate family to go on to college after high school. Brianna plans on attending Inver Hills, majoring in nursing.
The Midwest Vending Scholarship was established because of its commitment to the community and its young people. The scholarship goes to Nicole Gadow.
Nicole is a very outgoing person and takes school very seriously. She enjoys cooking, hanging out with friends, and the summer. Receiving a scholarship would mean the world to her. It would help her pursue her career in nursing or dentistry. She plans on attending Inver Hills.
This is the 6th year for the Pro Touch Painting Scholarship established by Jim and Georgia Hoffman, owners of Pro Touch. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is John Ferguson.
John likes working on vehicles, listening to music, hanging out with friends, and helping people with their car problems. He enjoys playing hockey with friends at work, driving his truck, fishing, and hunting. Getting a scholarship will help him pay for his education and allow him to get the job that he wants to do for the rest of his life. John plans on attending Dakota County Technical College to become a diesel technician.
The Sarah Sullivan Ging Scholarship is given in loving memory of Sarah, a 2005 graduate of South St. Paul. One of Sarah's great loves was all her artwork. Presenting the scholarship this evening is her father, Don Ging.
Well, listen, Sarah's down smiling today. All you seniors, I know that many of you seniors knew her. And I brought a painting, but it's come by my classroom. I don't want to walk over here till late night. But she had this belief, and congratulations to all the seniors, that when we're all born, we have this crown. And unfortunately, no one can see it. And she said, Mom, you've got one, but no one can see it. So she's beaming from heaven, and she's just so glad to award this scholarship to Mona Nagasi.
Mona was born to first-generation immigrants from Eritrea. She has a deep passion for the arts and hopes to pursue a career in the field eventually. She is very goal-oriented and plans to work extremely hard on her college education. She hopes to complete an art degree and then go on to pursue a graduate degree in psychology so she can work with children in a therapeutic setting where they can use art to express their thoughts and emotions. In her free time, Mona likes to spend time with children. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to her financially. She will be attending the College of Visual Arts, pursuing a career as an art therapist.
The Thomas M. Sabaski Memorial Scholarship was established in Tom's memory by his family. Tom was a 1982 graduate. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Jacqueline Schmidt.
Jackie enjoys track and soccer. She hopes to go to Hamlin University to pursue a career in criminal justice and one day become a law enforcement officer. If she could get a scholarship, it would be a key to her future.
The next scholarship was established by David and Daniel Voyevich, both South St. Paul police officers. David Voyevich is here today to present this scholarship.
Thank you. Last year, when we awarded a scholarship, I gave the recipient a shoulder patch from the South St. Paul Police so he would not forget where he's going to work when he gets out of college. Well, in thinking more about it, the patches can wind up in the sock drawer, on the desk, under books, and so forth. So this year I decided not only with the patch, but you know how college students like to hydrate themselves with the correct beverage. I brought a cup with our logo on it. As he drinks the cup, he's going to see it in his face every time, and he will not forget. This year's winner is Sean Luna.
Sean is strong, loyal, and independent. He works well as a team and believes in making a difference no matter what he does. If he finishes what he starts, he wants to give back for all he has been given. He enjoys spending time with family and close friends. The experiences he has had and will stay with him forever. A scholarship will allow Sean to pursue his career goals and start a career. It will afford him more opportunities as he could continue to work part-time and not full-time. He plans on attending Inver Hills.
Wakota Federal Credit Union Scholarship was established in 1990 aid to show their support of South St. Paul Public Schools. Christina Thury from Wakota Federal will be presenting this scholarship this evening. Hi, Christina. You want to go over here? Thanks. Great.
Good evening. On behalf of Wakota Federal Credit Union, it is my pleasure to award this scholarship to Rob Happy.
Rob enjoys playing, making, and listening to music. It is his favorite pastime. He plays the bass guitar, the six-string guitar, and the tuba. Receiving a scholarship would be a great way to start out his career in college and would help him succeed in life. He plans on attending Brown College, majoring in music production and recording.
Xcel Energy believes in helping support the communities in which they serve. Presenting this scholarship this evening is Colette Urich.
Xcel Energy is very proud to present our scholarship to Daniel Summer.
Dan enjoys being outside playing tennis, snowboarding, hunting, and fishing. In the winter, he also enjoys computers. Friends and family are very important to Dan. It means a lot to be there to help each other out. He has been told that he's a character and fun to be around. Dan likes to sing and hopes to develop his singing voice at Augsburg. Receiving a scholarship would allow him to pursue more school activities and be more involved outside of the classroom. He plans on attending Augsburg College, majoring in computer software engineering.
The next scholarship was established by the Bilgen family in 1997 in memory of their mom and dad, Fran and Patty, who lived in South St. Paul the first years of their marriage. Presenting this scholarship this evening is Matt Bilgen.
On behalf of the Gang of Seven, as we used to be known, I want to present the scholarship to Caitlin Stokes.
Katie loves painting and drawing, hanging out with friends, jogging, and many outdoor sports. Receiving a scholarship would take so much stress off of her and of her parents. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota, pursuing a career in interior design.
St. John Vianney established this annual scholarship for a student who graduated from St. John Vianney Elementary School. Presenting this scholarship this evening is Carrie Pogorski.
The 2009 recipient is Anthony Myers.
Tony loves playing and watching sports, hanging out with his friends, and spending time with his family. He enjoys fishing, summer and ice fishing, playing football and soccer with friends. Getting a scholarship would mean a lot, not only to him, but to his family. Getting a scholarship would mean to him that he has accomplished something and would give his grandpa something to be proud of him for. He plans on attending Bemidji State, majoring in business.
The Widerstrom family memorials are given in memory of Clifford, Arliss, and Edward Widerstrom, all South St. Paul graduates, by Laura Lee and Kevin Widerstrom. The recipient of this scholarship this evening, there's two of them. The first one goes to Jacob Ogilvie.
Jacob enjoys hunting and fishing. He also enjoys going to his cabin and spending time with family and friends. He loves to be outdoors and being able to be busy. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to him. It would help him his dream of going to college to get his bachelor's degree in engineering.
The second scholarship goes to Cassandra Ely.
Cassie enjoys gymnastics and the outdoors. Winning a scholarship would relieve some financial burden in her household. She plans on attending Inver Hills, studying clinical psychology.
The Carl Crosby Endowed Scholarship was established by Carl. He's a 1956 graduate of South St. Paul High School. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Samantha Olson.
Outside of school, Samantha likes to hang out with her friends and babysit for her next-door neighbors. Receiving a scholarship would mean the world to her. It would be beneficial for her to help pay for her college. Samantha plans on attending the College of St. Scholastica, majoring in human services.
Key Community Bank Scholarship is next. We greatly appreciate the support Key Community Bank gives us at the foundation and supports our students here in South St. Paul. Presenting this scholarship this evening is Ed Rosenberger.
I'm very pleased to present this to Brianna Berger.
Brianna is a vet tech assistant. She gets to help the vet tech and veterinarians with whatever they may need, like restraint or feeding and medicating the animals. Like any teenager, she likes to hang out with her friends and watch movies. She likes listening to music, mostly hip-hop. Brianna wants to work with people because she thinks she will get along well with them, and she likes to be around them. She will attend school to get her generals.
The Joe Patrick Scholarship was established by his family to honor the memory of Joseph Patrick. He was a 1969 graduate and an elementary teacher. Joe believed that teaching had a crucial effect on a student's future. Tim Patrick will be announcing. Hello, Tim.
Hello. This year's recipient is Macy Scherbel.
Macy has set her goal to be an elementary school teacher, hopefully second grade, and will work hard to achieve it. She enjoys reading, doing homework, cleaning, going on walks, babysitting, and attending school. She has built strong relationships with teachers and peers and is somewhat sad to know that her high school career is almost over. Macy will be attending Rasmussen College, pursuing a degree in elementary education.
The Abner Rood Post 481 American Legion Scholarship is established in 1996. It's a wonderful example of our community service organization supporting our schools and students. And we're happy to have Dick Castle here to present this scholarship this evening. He was a past foundation board member and a past school board member.
Good evening. Commander of the American Legion Post 481 in South St. Paul. I'm honored to award this $1,000 scholarship to Joshua Grover.
Josh enjoys working on cars, trucks, and motorcycles, attending car and motorcycle shows, spending time with friends and family. Receiving a scholarship would mean the world to him. It would allow him to fulfill his dream of a career in law enforcement or automotive. It would be very much appreciated, and he would never forget it. Josh plans on attending Mankato State, studying law enforcement.
The Alan J. Phelps Memorial Scholarship is established in memory of Alan J. Phelps by his family. Although he was a native of Chicago, he always considered South St. Paul to be his hometown. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Nicholas Wilson.
Nick likes sports and hunting with his family for pheasants and deer. He also likes hanging out with his friends. A scholarship would mean everything to him. Nick plans on attending Kansas State, majoring in engineering.
This is the 7th year for the Burton Memorial Scholarship to be awarded in memory of Edgar and Lorraine. They were both South St. Paul High School graduates from the class of 1936 and 1938 and were strong supporters of education. Lorraine was a volunteer, and we're happy to have their daughters here today, Jane Letson and Nancy Wiederholt, to present the scholarship.
This year's Burton Memorial Scholarship goes to Christine Hazard.
Christine loves to dance and take care of her 5 pets. She also spends a lot of time at work and enjoys going to concerts. When she's not doing any of these things, she likes hanging out with her friends and family. If Christine received a scholarship, it would mean the world to her because it would make what she wants to do with her life seem that much more accessible, because it would take that much more money off of her total bill. She plans on attending San Diego State University, pursuing a career in marine biology and animal behavior specialist.
The next scholarship is provided by CHS to help a student pursue an education in agribusiness or business. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Nathaniel Anderson.
Nate would consider himself a very kind, ethical, talented, and driven person. One of his favorite things to do outside of school is playing the drums. He does his best to maintain what he believes is a positive reputation for his school's community. Nate says he has had privileges in his life and has taken nothing for granted. He realizes that once he is done with South St. Paul High School, it will be essential for him to make a name for himself. He believes that a scholarship would greatly benefit him in his college years. He can assure you that the scholarship will be much appreciated, and it would mean a lot to know that he has done something throughout his high school years that has enabled him to earn something, such as a scholarship. Nate plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in journalism.
The class of 1952 has established 2 scholarships to continue the tradition of excellence in education here in South St. Paul. Presenting these 2 scholarships this evening is Keith Wells, a member from the class of 1952. Oh, and his wife Sharon.
We're both graduates of the class 52, so we decided to team up and do a joint presentation. Just a word. These are memorial scholarships. I was asked at dinner how many we had in our class. We had 204 graduates. 59 of them have passed away. So it's really important for us to be able to do this. Sharon, do you want to go first?
It's my pleasure to announce Andrea Sethry.
Receiving a scholarship would mean the world to Andrea. She would not be able to afford college if it wasn't for getting scholarships. Receiving a scholarship will help her in pursuing her career as a nurse. She will be attending North Dakota State University.
And the young man to receive the scholarship from our class is Mark Broughton.
Mark loves being with people and feels he has the ability to communicate at any level. One of his greatest pastimes is making movies. Some of the films he has made are for school projects, and some have been for fun. He created and filmed 6 videos to promote homecoming events and took pride in how much everyone enjoyed watching them. Mark has a lot of passion for everything he does and a willingness to succeed. Receiving a scholarship would be an incredible honor for him because his grandparents and parents also attended high school in South St. Paul and didn't pursue a 4-year college degree. Receiving a scholarship will help him reach that goal and make his family proud. If he obtained a scholarship, he would be sure to be grateful for every penny he received and will use the money to succeed in any way possible. Mark plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, pursuing a career in film media.
The Francis Family Endowed Scholarship was established by Kay and Mary Francis along with Fred and Muriel Schlichting in memory of Zoe and Herb Francis. Presenting the scholarship this evening is Kay and Mary's son, Mike, and he's also a member on our school board, and our foundation board. me just do this one quick. This scholarship is going to be awarded to Mercedes Mikola.
Sadie cares for people and puts others before herself. She enjoys helping others, making them feel good about themselves. She also loves being with children and working with them. She is a student athlete who enjoys all kinds of activities and sports. Sadie enjoys art, especially painting and drawing. Her friends and family are very important to her, and she thrives when she is around them. Her favorite pastimes include spending time with her friends, enjoying school events, and each other. A scholarship for her college education would mean a lot to her. If she received a scholarship, she would be able to go to college and accomplish her future dreams with less of a financial obstacle in her way. If she receives a scholarship, it will help her receive her life's career goal of someday being a teacher or nurse, so she can continue to work with and be with others. She will be attending the University of Wisconsin, River Falls.
The George Carn Memorial Scholarship was established in memory of George Carn, who taught art and coached hockey here in South St. Paul. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Ryan Miller.
Ryan's outside interests include weightlifting and playing any kind of sport. He also likes to hang out with his friends and have a good time. His favorite pastime would be all of the years that his uncle has brought him to the AirVenture Oshkosh Air Show. He loves aviation and has been volunteering at the air show since he was 8 years old. Receiving a scholarship would be a huge help to pay for college. It would also be an honor to receive such a generous gift for what he has accomplished throughout his high school years. Ryan plans on attending the University of St. Thomas, majoring business or political science.
Grace M. Jefferson Endowed Scholarship was established in 1994 by Grace, a retired kindergarten teacher in South St. Paul. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Stephanie St. Martin.
During her senior year at South St. Paul, Stephanie has been working in the mentorship program. She has had the opportunity to work with kids that require special needs. She has also had the chance to work with various ages and need levels and has found that to be challenging, but yet very inspirational. Obtaining a scholarship would help assist her in pursuing a degree in special education and to continue her desire to provide inspiration back to the kids she would teach. Stephanie plans on attending Winona State.
The continued support of the Croatian Hall or Hrvatski Dom is another example of the support we enjoy from local organizations. They are providing one scholarship for a student attending a 4-year college or university and one scholarship for a vocational degree. And we've got Matt Belgian here to present the scholarships.
On behalf of the organization, the Hrvatski Dom Association Officers Board of Directors, the first recipient is Janaya Jean Rosario.
Janaya Jean is a hardworking student who is very particular about her grades. She would love to be the first in her family to graduate on time and attend college. Receiving a scholarship would be greatly needed and appreciated. Her parents would be so proud of her. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota, pursuing a career in the medical field.
The second recipient for the Hrvatski Dom Memorial Vocational Technical Scholarship is Curtis DeGidio Scott.
Curtis enjoys hunting, fishing, hiking, canoeing, and almost every other outdoor activity. Also, he likes to bike and rollerblade. He recently built 2 5x4-foot diplomacy boards and a chessboard. It would mean a great deal financially to him to get a scholarship. He plans on attending Normandale Community College, studying engineering.
The Invergrove Heights American Legion Post 424 Scholarship is another service organization providing help for our young people. They are providing 2 scholarships this evening. The first one will be awarded to Jacob Cade.
Jacob's hobbies include hunting, fishing, weightlifting, and jogging along the Mississippi. A scholarship would mean a lot to him. It would mean less debt when he graduates college and proof that hard work in high school pays off. He plans on attending St. Paul College to pursue a career as a personal trainer.
And the second scholarship goes to Nathan Burney.
Nathan is a shop assistant at a heavy truck repair shop, and he loves his job. Receiving the scholarship would help him either pay for books that he would need or assist with tuition. He enjoys working in the diesel industry and wants to broaden his knowledge and become the best mechanic he can. Nathan plans on attending Dakota County Technical College.
Jeanette McDonald Scholarship was established by her family. Jeanette had passion for the arts and wanted a scholarship to go, to a student who is interested in the arts. Presenting the scholarship this evening is Jody White, Jeanette's daughter.
I'm very pleased to announce that this scholarship is awarded to Oriana Norwood.
In her free time, Ariana enjoys drawing or painting. Her paintings are always being claimed by family or friends. She often enjoys reading, one of her favorite stories being I Am Legend. Receiving a scholarship would be greatly appreciated as it would help her pursue a career in illustration and later on as a video game concept artist. She would very much appreciate any scholarship that would be awarded. She plans on attending Inver Hills to pursue a career as a concept artist and illustrator.
The Jim Kennedy Memorial Scholarship was established 16 years ago in 1993 by friends and family of Jim, a 1964 graduate. And we're happy to have Paul here, one of Jim's brothers, to award it.
Thank you. Our family and Jim's friends are happy to present this year's scholarship to Nicholas Levine.
Outside of school, Nicholas is very active in his community. He's been a part of various Adopt a Family projects along with Adopt a Highway projects. He does some volunteering throughout the school. Aside from his involvement in the community, he likes to be with his friends and family because they are a big part of his life and they mean a lot to him. Nathan loves baseball. It is his favorite pastime. He has played it through the school and during the summer. If he received any scholarship, it would be a big help not to have to worry about some of the financial burden of paying for college. It would mean a lot to him to receive a scholarship because his parents will be so proud of him and the hard work he has put in his high school career. Nicholas plans on attending the University of St. Thomas, studying mechanical engineering.
The Catherine Katie Marie Clapper Memorial Scholarships are established by friends and family of Katie. Katie lived each day of life to her fullest. This year, the family is presenting 3 scholarships. Due to unforeseen circumstances, the Clapper family was not able to come here this evening, so I would be happy in presenting those scholarships for them. They would ask me to thank everyone who has helped out with the fundraisers to support this scholarship, to thank them and thank all of the volunteers as well. The first scholarship recipient is Allison Rohde.
Allison's friends and family might describe her as an outgoing, energetic, and fun-loving person with a great personality. She is hardworking, easygoing, and excited about the next step in her life. She's been involved in the mentoring program for the first time as a senior, and she has put in at least 10 hours each week. She continues to enjoy athletics, family, and school, but has recently found a passion for photography. Allison looks forward to going to school this fall and hopes that financially she is able to do so. She plans on attending a 2-year college and then transferring to a 4-year to get her bachelor's degree.
The second Katie Marie Clapper Memorial Scholarship goes to Peter Rother.
Outside of school and sports, Peter enjoys spending time with his friends and family as much as possible, and ping pong is one of his favorite hobbies. He enjoys being outside a lot as well. Receiving a scholarship would mean so much to him because he would finally be rewarded for all the years of hard work he has put into his schoolwork. Peter plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in accounting.
The third Katie Marie Clapper Memorial Scholarship goes to Jacob Sapp.
Jacob likes to stay busy. If he's not hanging out with his friends, working 2 jobs, he is receiving a scholarship that would be very important to his future career as a scholar. It would not only help with his tuition, but also help him buy books and other important college materials that will help him in his dream of becoming an economist and later help fix this ailing economy. He will be attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in economics.
Ken and Shirley Flatiger Memorial Scholarship was established in memory of Ken and Shirley, who were both teachers in our schools here in South St. Paul. Ken was a history teacher and Shirley a speech therapist. All 3 of their children are South St. Paul graduates. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Kiara O'Donnell.
Kiara has a lot of interest in the outdoors. She enjoys the spring and summer months when she can be outside enjoying the sun and playing sports. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to her financially. She plans on attending Inver Hills, majoring in education and social work.
The Ladies Auxiliary Post 295 VFW Scholarship was established in 2001. We thank the Auxiliary for establishing this scholarship, and we're happy to have Barb Meyer here this evening, Auxiliary President, to present 3 scholarships that they're providing this evening.
On behalf of the Ladies Auxiliary Post 295 VFW, I'm pleased to announce the scholarships go to Gina Catone,
Gina is interested in the sciences. She has a passion for mathematics and science. She also loves to play guitar and bass. Receiving a scholarship would help out her family a lot. A scholarship would be a great help and greatly appreciated. Gina plans on attending the College of St. Scholastica, majoring in chemical engineering.
Samantha Turka.
Samantha loves to snowboard and to play sports. She loves being around people and making them smile. A scholarship would mean so much to her. She wants to get a good education as well as a good job somewhere in the health field. Samantha plans on attending Inver Hills, pursuing a career in the health field.
Nathan Burke.
Outside of school, Nathan enjoys snowboarding, hanging out with friends, and spending time with his family. His favorite pastime would be taking his dog on runs around the neighborhood and on the Invergrove Heights trails. To him, receiving a scholarship would mean the world. He is one of 5 children, and having his parents put all of them through college will be no easy task. Receiving a scholarship would also mean that all the volunteering and participation in school activities has finally paid off in the form of money for his college education. He plans on attending Purdue, pursuing a career as a food scientist.
This is the 14th for the Larry Grew Scholarship. Larry was a 1960 graduate and a very active member of our foundation board who believed in giving back. Larry received a scholarship that made it possible for him to attend Colgate University. Presenting this scholarship in his memory is his mother, Jeanette.
I'm very happy to present this scholarship to Anya Mars.
Anya loves all types of animals. In her spare time, she likes to spend time with her friends and family. Receiving a scholarship would mean a great deal to her. It would relieve some of the financial pressure. Anya plans on attending Argosy University to pursue a career as a veterinary technician.
The Leslie Sutherland Law Creative Spirit Scholarship was established in 1986 by family and friends of Leslie, a 1977 graduate who died of leukemia. And presenting this scholarship in her memory is her good friend Diane Keir, and also one of our board members at the foundation.
In memory of Les, I'm very proud to present this scholarship to Tracy Johnson and wish her our very best.
Being on the dance team for the past 3 years has been a huge part of Tracy's life and was one of her favorite things to do. She was captain of the team this year, which is an experience she will never forget. Other favorite hobbies of hers include drawing, painting, baking, and shopping. A favorite pastime of hers will soon be surviving the IB program and receiving an IB diploma. A scholarship to Tracy would mean a lot because every penny counts in the cost toward college and the rest of her life. She plans on attending the University of St. Thomas, studying computer sciences.
The Mae Matthews Dahl Scholarship is next. Mae was a former elementary teacher who died unexpectedly in 2001, and she established the scholarship fund to be awarded to a student pursuing a degree in education. And Mae's family continued the support of this scholarship in her memory, and presenting it are her 2 children here this evening.
It is a pleasure to present this in memory of my mother. And each year I read something that she gave to kids for graduation. And as we look at rebuilding communities and economies and your work cut out, take time to work, play, think, read, pray, laugh, listen, dream, worship, and love. The scholarship goes to
Lisa Shilley.
Lisa enjoys hanging out with friends, playing games with them, writing, and reading as many books as she can get her hands on. She also likes watching foreign movies and anything science fiction and fantasy related. Winning a scholarship would mean being able to go to the college of her choice and not having to worry so much about finances. She plans on attending the University of North Dakota to pursue a career as a Russian language teacher.
The Margaret Vogel Scholarship was established to demonstrate Margaret's concern in caring for others. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Amber Thorson.
Amber likes to scrapbook, play guitar, and spend time with her family. Receiving a scholarship would greatly help in lifting a financial burden from her family, who will have to pay for 2 college educations next fall. She plans on attending North Dakota State University, studying apparel design.
The Mary Jane Morin Scholarship was established 7 years ago by friends and family in her memory. Mary Jane was a teacher and an administrator. Presenting the scholarships this evening are her children, Mickey and Paul.
Paul and I are proud to present our mother's scholarship to Stephen Duty.
Stephen enjoys reading, playing video games, exercising, and spending time with his friends and family, as well as volunteering for charity organizations. He would like to pursue a teaching career because he has an interest in history and social studies, and he would find it fulfilling to teach other students about it. Receiving a scholarship would mean quite a lot to him and to his family during these difficult economic times. Stephen would be very grateful for any aid given to him. He plans on attending the University of Wisconsin-River Falls, majoring in secondary education.
The Milbert Family Scholarship was established by the Milbert family because of their belief in education and in the South St. Paul public school system. The recipient of this award this evening is Colin Bresney.
Colin says he and his family have been saving for college as long as he can remember. It has always been an important goal of his to go to a four-year university. A scholarship would be greatly appreciated. Colin plans on attending the University of Minnesota to pursue a career as an economist.
Patricia Cross worked as a health aide at Lincoln Center Elementary here in South St. Paul. Friends and family established this memorial scholarship in her name. She was an inspiration to all who knew her. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Sarah Scram.
Sarah's outside interests include hanging out with friends, going to movies, working, and relaxing. Her favorite pastime would be reading. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to her. It would help her obtain her goals. It would also take the financial burden off of her and her family. Sarah plans on attending Normandale Community College to become a dental hygienist.
The Patty Murr Endowed Scholarship was established in 1985 by the William Murr family in memory of Patty. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Courtney Clement.
Courtney's interests include dance, music, hanging out with her friends, and math. Her ultimate dream is to do something that makes a difference in other people's lives. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to her because it would help her go to college to get the education she needs in order to be successful and accomplish her dreams. Courtney plans on attending Crossroads College, majoring in business.
This is the 15th year that the Polish National Alliance Lodge 1033 of South St. Paul has provided scholarships. This year, they will be awarding one scholarship for a student attending a four-year college and one for a student attending a technical institution. Randy Schultz is here to present the scholarships this evening.
On behalf of the Polish National Alliance, I'd like to award this first scholarship to Matthew Barth.
Matt enjoys reading and mystery stories, playing with his brother, his friends, and other kids he mentors, playing video games in groups of friends, running track, updating on the stock market, and playing leisure sports. Getting a scholarship would be inexplicably incredible to him because it would allow him to achieve in an extension all the greatest dreams in his life that would not have been able to have otherwise. He plans on attending Inver Hills to pursue a career as a forensic technician.
And the second scholarship I'd like to present to Michael Bernard. Milliberg.
Mike likes to write songs and music in general. He also enjoys doing math. He has recently started to learn guitar, so that takes up much of his time. Mike loves to watch and play football. Receiving a scholarship would mean that he will be able to go to college and make a difference in the world. That is his major goal in life, to make a difference. Whether it is in mathematics or in astrophysics, he would like to make a difference and leave his mark upon this world. Obtaining a scholarship would help him achieve that goal. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota, pursuing a career as a mathematician/astrophysicist.
Then you'll go take a picture. The Roosevelt School Scholarship was established when the school closed in 1993, and presenting the scholarship this evening is Judy Carney, a teacher from Roosevelt.
The Roosevelt PTA Scholarship goes to Jordan Korg-Bowl.
Jordan loves to spend time with his family and friends, playing video games and computers. Receiving a scholarship would help him with financing his college. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, pursuing a career in video game design.
The Sean Brown Endowed Music Scholarship was established in 2005. Sean was a 1997 graduate of South St. Paul and a 2002 graduate of the Air Force Academy. Sean was involved in vocal, music, theater, and band programs here at school, and presenting the scholarship this evening is Brandy Zeeley.
On behalf of Sean's family and friends, I'd like to present this scholarship to Matthew Wallen.
Matthew loves music. He plays 5 instruments and is an active member in the South St. Paul band program. He participates in all band activities and helps out with others. He plans to continue his education in music and eventually become a music teacher with a minor in English. His dream is to teach at a college level. Matthew would like to go to Augsburg for this education, but tuition is very expensive. This scholarship would help him in so many ways, and he would be grateful for any scholarship he can receive.
The South St. Paul Class of 1979 Scholarship was established by the class to demonstrate their support of schools in South St. Paul. Presenting this scholarship this evening is Mary Mastonin.
The South St. Paul Class of 1979 proudly awards a scholarship to Angela Berg.
Angela loves to enjoy the company of her friends or play or watch sporting events. To her, receiving a scholarship would mean receiving help in furthering her education by going to college. She plans on attending Winona State, majoring in psychology.
The South St. Paul Kiwanis Endowed Scholarship is established to support the youth here in South St. Paul. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Georgia Peterson.
Georgia is very involved in her community. She's an active member on the South St. Paul Youth Task Force. She loves kids and babysits a lot. Georgia also loves volunteering, and that is what takes up most of her time. She would be incredibly grateful to anyone that even considered giving her a scholarship. It would help a lot because forensic science is her dream. She plans on attending the University of North Dakota, majoring in psychology or forensic science.
The Southwest Lioness Club is a local organization that supports education and services within the community. Presenting the scholarship this evening is Denise Riley.
Good evening. The Southwest Lioness Club is actually the sister club to the South St. Paul Lions. And we fund our scholarship every year during the annual all-city garage sales. So anytime you're out and about this summer and fall and you see a garage sale, do shop and buy some treasures because you never know what those proceeds are going to be used for.
Very nice.
We are very proud to present this scholarship to Cara Ullman.
Cara is a caring and dedicated person who really likes to volunteer because she likes to make people happy, and it's just fun to help someone else. Her youth director at church that she has the gift of faithfulness. She is actively involved and volunteers often. She is very outgoing and a fun person to be around. It would mean the world to her if she received a scholarship. She wants to further her education and is pursuing a degree in youth and family ministry so that someday she can have a career helping people who need help and make a difference in her community. She will be attending Waldorf College in Iowa.
The Steve Toohey Memorial Scholarship was established by David Metzen, Brian Behringer, and Larry Grew in memory of their classmate, Steve, a 1960 graduate. The recipient of this award this evening is Rochelle Cheetah.
Rochelle would describe herself as energetic and ambitious. She comes to school every day with open ears and an open mind, ready to listen and learn. It was always the desire to be her best that pushed her to keep in good standings and hold on to good grades. What do these scholarships mean to her? Without a doubt, she says they would be a cherished gift. They would relieve some of her worry about college. She has worked hard, and obtaining a scholarship for that effort would be the greatest honor. And above all, it would bring her and her family great joy. Rochelle plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in business.
The VFW Scholarship will be presented by Mike Mustaf, Post 295 Commander. We appreciate all the VFW does for our schools and communities here in South St. Paul. He will be awarding 3 scholarships this evening.
On behalf of the South St. Paul VFW Post, I am pleased to announce the first winner of this scholarship, Kayla Rose.
Kayla loves playing volleyball both inside and outside. She enjoys watching sports and loves spending time with family and friends. She enjoys taking care of the household pets as well. Receiving a scholarship would mean she is being recognized for her hard work and dedication. It would ease her financial situation after graduation. Kayla will be attending Globe Business College, pursuing a career as a veterinarian technician.
The second recipient is Alexandra Elliott.
As of late, the majority of Alexandra's time has been consumed with school, work, and preparing for college. But on the rare occasion that she does have some free time, she enjoys spending it with her friends and family. She really likes being outdoors. Disc golf is one of her favorite pastimes. She loves going up to her cabin and doing anything on the lake. Swimming, jet skiing, and fishing are just a few of her favorite things. She also loves to travel and see new things. Going on vacation with her family is what she looks forward to most each year. If Alexandra were to receive this scholarship, it would help her with her academics and other talents to do something extraordinary. By having money to put towards her education, she will be able to pursue the dreams that she cherishes so highly. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in biology.
The third scholarship, Kareen Seegers.
As a driven person, Kareen has always known where she wanted to go in life. As an IB diploma candidate, a violinist, a scholar, and a hard worker, she personally feels that a scholarship would allow her to go so much farther in college, as well as make this transition into adulthood less difficult. Her passions include being involved in the community, self-education, personal growth, and her personal beliefs. Kareen's personal interests include playing the violin, especially in the orchestra. She also enjoys working out, watching movies on Turner Classic Movies, and reading British classics. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in dentistry.
The Waldhauser Family Endowed Scholarship was established in 1999 by the Friends and Family in memory of Norman and Eleanor Waldhauser. The recipient of this award this evening is Andrea Paulson.
A week before basketball season started, Andrea tore her ACL. It was one of the worst things that has happened to her because it was her senior year, and she's very passionate about basketball. Then she got involved in Business Professionals of America, and she's very happy that she did. It is a great program, and she has learned a lot of leadership skills from participating in it. Andrea also loves music. She sings and records music outside of school. She is professionally recorded for 2 years and wants to continue to be involved in music in college. Receiving any scholarship would mean the world to her. She is a very hardworking student and is determined to continue her education to the next level to pursue a career in nursing and music. Andrea plans on attending St. Catherine's.
The Winner's Scholarship was established by former scholarship recipients as an ongoing appeal. The recipients are asked to pay it forward by contributing $10 or more annually to the scholarship fund. The members of the Winner's Circle are listed on the back of your program. It's amazing to think in our 25 years we've given away 1,961 scholarships to our graduating seniors. We're happy to have Mara Sunday here, our first donor to the Winner's Circle campaign and a 2006 graduate of South St. Paul.
I would just quickly like to encourage all of the recipients tonight to donate in the near future. And this year's winner is Brittany Jurdy.
Brittany is a fun, caring, loving person, and she says she is easy to get along with. Her outside interests include family functions, barbecues, and a lot of reading. She also likes to play a lot of volleyball. That is her favorite sport. Receiving a scholarship would mean so much to Brittany. This would show that she was able to accomplish something that she has been working hard to get. It shows effort and success in her eyes. It would be so amazing to share that with family and friends and to be honored with something you deserve and put effort into. Brittany will be attending St. Catherine's, majoring in nursing.
The Zawacki Family Scholarship was established in 1998 to show their support of South St. Paul Public Schools, and the recipient of this scholarship this evening is Eric Schlemmer.
Eric enjoys the outdoors, hunting, fishing, skiing, running, and just being outside. He enjoys helping people with different things, such as working on their yards as well. It would mean a lot for him to get a scholarship. It would allow him to take on the college experience and not have to worry as much about where he's going to get the money. Eric plans on attending Bethel, majoring in engineering.
The Future Engineer Scholarship is next. It was established by the Peacock family for a student to study the field of engineering. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Samantha White.
Samantha is a very motivated and driven young woman. She loves spending time with her family and hanging out with friends. She also enjoys being outdoors and staying active. She likes spending time up north at the cabin. Samantha tries and stays involved with her church as well. She had a great time this summer traveling to Juarez, Mexico for a mission trip. Receiving a scholarship would mean the world to her. She does anything and everything in her power to accomplish her goals and dreams, and getting a scholarship would make it so much easier. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in chemical engineering.
The Howe Endowed Scholarship was established by the Howes in 1988. Both Henry and Laura were teachers here. The recipient of the Howe Endowed Scholarship is Chelsea Ellingson.
Chelsea loves listening to music, and for the most part, playing it. She also loves dancing. Receiving a scholarship to her would have to mean that she could lift the burden of paying for college herself. She plans on attending Inver Hills, pursuing a career in the health field.
The South St. Paul Futures established this scholarship for a student pursuing a career in business. Presenting the scholarship this evening is Beth Bauman, our mayor, and she also serves in our foundation board.
Thank you, Carrie. Thank you. South St. Paul Futures has about 300 individual shareholders that all are originally were here locally after Swift's close. We believe in the future of South St. Paul, and South St. Paul Futures also believes in the future of Juanita Morgan.
In her spare time, Juanita likes to hang out with her friends, and in the wintertime, she really likes to go snowmobiling. When the weather is warm, she likes to be outside in the fresh air. Juanita likes to swim and just be active. She also enjoys reading books. Receiving a scholarship to her would mean that she would get to pursue her college dreams. Only a few people in her family have actually gone to college. Juanita plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in business and psychology.
The Deb Kern Memorial Scholarship was established by Debbie during her courageous 3-year battle with cancer. Deb's positive attitude and love for her students will always be remembered. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Cassandra Wagner.
Receiving a scholarship would mean so much to Cassie because she knows that not only will she be able to further her education and her career, but she will also be able to give back to her community. She aspires to be an attorney for international relations, primarily working with immigration. She would do whatever possible to improve the lives of others around her. She feels that the most important thing in life is to help others. She wants to help others achieve their dreams. She plans on attending Hamline University, majoring in law.
The Governor Harold and Iantha Levander Scholarship was to be awarded for a student involved in speech or debate. Their son, Hap, will be presenting this scholarship this evening.
Well, rather than give a speech, which is what this award is all about, I am instead going to present the Governor Harold and Iantha Levander Endowed Scholarship to Erica Jensen.
Erica loves reading, horseback riding, hunting, playing Risk and Diplomacy, baking and decorating cakes, and being the #1 fan for the best football team in history, the Pittsburgh Steelers. Although she doesn't have much freedom with her job and IB schedule, she tries to balance her interests with community involvement. Getting a scholarship would help relieve the financial burden that going to college would place upon her family and provide the educational experience necessary for the success that would enable her to keep giving back in the future. Erica plans on attending the University of West Virginia, majoring in political science and history.
The children of John and Iola Carlson wish to demonstrate their support of South St. Paul Public Schools by establishing this scholarship fund. Jeff Carlson is here tonight to honor his parents in presenting this scholarship.
I'm happy to present this scholarship to Rachel Sims.
When not at school or work, Rachel enjoys occupying herself with music-related activities, including listening to music, singing, and playing the piano. She loves spending time with her friends and family. For her to receive a scholarship would be a blessing much appreciated and would lift some weight off her shoulders. She plans on attending the University of Wisconsin-Platteville, pursuing a career as a software engineer.
The Kevin Leary Memorial Scholarship has been established by friends and family of Kevin. He was a friend to all who knew him, and he gave freely of his time and resources to all the students in South St. Paul. We're happy to have Josh here to present his dad's scholarship this evening.
Thank you, Carrie. On behalf of the Kevin James Memorial Scholarship, we'd like to present it to Miss Catherine Ann Corey.
favorite thing to do is exercise and work out because her health is very important to her. This helped her decide to pursue a major in exercise and sports science in college. She loves seeing little kids be passionate about sports, and she is so passionate about them as well. Furthering her education is also very important to her. She plans to attend Hamline University to study to possibly become a physician's assistant. Receiving a scholarship would be such an honor and definitely help with tuition next year so she can continue her education.
The Marcia Lally will be presenting the John and Marcia Lally Scholarship, established by John and his wife Marcia as an investment in the future of its states and our children.
The recipient this year is Alyssa Ryan.
In her spare time, Alyssa enjoys drawing or painting. She also finds time to squeeze in watching the Wild games with her dad. She thoroughly enjoys spending time with her brother Michael, who is her best friend. She's planning on pursuing a lifelong dream of becoming a nurse, specializing in anesthesia. To Alyssa, receiving a scholarship would mean she has been given an excellent opportunity to make her dreams come true. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota Morris to study nursing.
Bob Meyer will be presenting the Mitzvah Masonic Lodge 191 Scholarship. We'd like to thank the Mitzvah for supporting our graduates this evening. Hi, Bob.
Thanks, Carrie. On behalf of Mitzvah Masonic Lodge in South St. Paul, Grand Lodge of Minnesota, and all Masons in Minnesota, I'm very honored to present this to Rhiannon Brutker.
Other than school, work is her top priority. She enjoys creating art, listening to music, making people laugh, and relaxing. She would be honored to receive any scholarship she can get to help pay for tuition. She plans on attending Minneapolis Community and Technical College, studying graphic design.
The South St. Paul Inver Grove Heights Rotary is a service organization that provides service and funds and leadership for a better community. We're happy to have Jim Turinskas here to present this award this evening.
Thank you. On behalf of the South St. Paul Inver Grove Heights Rotary Club, I'm happy to present the scholarship to Zachary Palmquist.
Zach enjoys spending time with his friends. He also enjoys golf, hockey, and going on family trips. He would be very honored and humbled to receive a scholarship from the foundation. Zach plans on attending Mankato State, majoring in business.
The Steve Sillianoff Endowed Scholarship was established in 1979 by friends and former students upon Steve's retirement from teaching. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Rosemary Joswack.
Rosemary enjoys finding interesting and fun things to do and visiting places nearby that she hasn't been to before. One of her favorite pastimes was when she was younger, she designed her living room to be a store so that her parents and brother could shop and buy things while she would be the owner of the store. It was so nice that they would cooperate with her, just so that she could have fun playing. Receiving a scholarship would be much appreciated. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in design.
The Vietnam Veterans of America, Chapter 639 in South St. Paul, is an organization representing the interests of all veterans and has established this scholarship. They will provide 2 scholarships for a student going on to a 4-year college or university, and 1 scholarship for a student going on to a 2-year technical school. We're happy to have John Lynch here tonight presenting these scholarships.
Joseph Chatters.
In his free time, Joe enjoys being outdoors and playing sports. He also likes painting and doing stained glass windows. A scholarship would mean a lot to him because he has had to work very hard throughout his life and has accomplished a lot through high school. The help he would get from this scholarship would help him jumpstart his future and his career. Joe plans to attend Argosy University to pursue a career in radiology.
Emily Milos.
Emily is an absolute news junkie and loves staying informed on current events through all news mediums. Receiving a scholarship would mean the opportunity to pursue a career in journalism by aiding and financing her studies in mass communication and economics. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota.
Jessica Kelzer.
Jessica's favorite things to do outside of school are reading, going to her cabin where she swims, fishes, and just relaxes. She likes watching sports, playing softball with family and friends, going on walks, doing puzzles, going to concerts, and just spending time with friends and family. Receiving a scholarship is important to her because it would lessen the financial burden to her and her family. Jessica plans on attending St. Cloud State.
The friends and family who were fortunate to have shared parts of Mike McGinn's life established the Mike McGinn Memorial Scholarship in his memory. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Jordan Meyer.
Jordan's outside interests and activities include going to movies, hanging out with friends, playing and following sports, playing cards, and trying anything new and exciting. His favorite pastime would have to be going to Twins games in the spring and summer with friends. Receiving a scholarship to him means that all of his hard work and determination has finally paid off. It means that someone who loves learning as much as he does is willing to help him and his goals and invest their money in his future. Jordan plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in political sciences and economics.
This is the 15th year for the Bars Pavlik Scholarship to be awarded. This scholarship was established in 1993 by the Bars family. Presenting this scholarship this evening is Adam Bars.
On behalf of the Bars Pavlik families, I'd like to give this to Nicole Dakota Voss.
Nicole is a hardworking, dedicated student. She enjoys playing volleyball, working, and spending time with her fellow classmates. To receive any sort of scholarship would mean a lot to her. To receive money would greatly improve her chances to attend the University of St. Thomas, where she will major in business and psychology.
The Charlie Anderson Biology Scholarship is given in memory of Charlie Anderson, a biology teacher at South St. Paul High School from 1964 to 1987. Presenting the scholarship is Charlie's wife, Mary Jane, and daughter, Jean.
My mom and my brother and I are very honored to present this scholarship to Mitchell Ambrose.
Mitch plans on majoring in some form of engineering in college. Receiving a scholarship would be very important to him because it would allow him to focus more on his education and less on paying for college. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota.
Dale Shinian, a South St. Paul High School graduate and past Foundation Board member, and his wife, Betty, also a past Foundation Board member, have provided scholarships since 1985. With this year's scholarship, Dale and Betty will have given 76 scholarships out to our graduating seniors. Dale and Betty will be providing 3 $2,000 scholarships this evening. The first scholarship goes to Molly Dawn.
School has always been very important to Molly. Growing up as an only child, she learned to entertain herself and work hard, especially towards school. And ever since then, Molly knew she wanted to be a teacher. Receiving a scholarship would mean that she could go far in life and do the things she has dreamed about. She would also like to minor in theater and pursue another one of her loves. A scholarship would allow her to do just that. Molly will be attending the Winona State University, majoring in elementary education.
The second Dale and Betty Shenian Scholarship goes to Marcus Mason.
Marcus is an aspiring filmmaker, something he has been interested in for several years. He has 3 screenplays currently being written, as well as several that have been worked on into plot outlines, and several YouTube videos that he has produced with his friends in his free time. After high school, he wants to attend the University of Minnesota School of the Liberal Arts and finish his generals, and then he would like to transfer to a film school. If he received any of these tremendously generous scholarships, it would mean everything to him. Marcus would be forever grateful for any scholarship received from the South St. Paul Educational Foundation and would pledge to work as hard as he possibly could throughout his college education and especially afterwards. On a final note, he would like to thank the foundation for making these scholarships available for the students of South St. Paul and himself. It is a very special thing that the donors care so much for their students as much as they do, and he is very appreciative of that fact.
And the third Dale and Betty Shenian Scholarship goes to Nicole McFate.
Nikki really enjoys time with her friends. They always have a great time together. When she's by herself, she likes to read, watch movies, and run. Running is one of her favorite things to do because when she runs, it really clears her head. It's the best way for her to clear her head, she says. Nikki would be extremely grateful to receive a scholarship to ease the financial burden of school. She plans on attending the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire, majoring in criminal justice.
The Justin Andrew Meyer Memorial Scholarship is established in memory of Justin by his family and friends. He was a 1985 South St. Paul graduate, and for most of his life, he had a chronic illness, but he had the courage and strength that enabled him to graduate from high school and attend college. Presenting these two $2,000 scholarships is his father, Robert.
I'd like to tell Carrie, thank you for having me part of this foundation. And on the other half of that, I'd like to say I couldn't do it without my family, my friends, and all the businesses around this area that help support this deal. And also, congratulations to the 09 graduates. It is my great pleasure to announce Chelsea Scott for the first $2,000.
Shalice's interest for communications began as she started her junior year in high school. As the year progressed, she gained more confidence in herself in new situations with new people. She participated in a school play and attended a school dance. Shalise is most proud of the fact that she has made friends and kept those friendships to this day. College means a better future for her and a better understanding of life. She plans on attending Augsburg College, majoring in public relations.
And I'm honored to present the second $2,000 award to Sean Meisner.
Sean likes to play tennis and likes to work out. He is an outgoing, easy to get along with kind of guy. He also enjoys playing pool. Getting a scholarship would mean a lot to him because he wants to make a better life for himself, and a scholarship would help out significantly. Sean plans on attending Metropolitan State University, majoring in business and environmental sciences.
This is the 9th year for the Kaposha Elementary Scholarship to be awarded. Kaposha staff and PTSA have established 2 scholarships. Presenting them this evening is John Laliberty, principal from Kaposha.
I'm going to be presenting one half of them this evening. Gail Brotzler will be presenting the other. It's my honor and pleasure representing our staff and parents. And I'd like to call Amanda Cosgrove forward.
Playing soccer is Amanda's biggest passion. She also likes to run, read, make crafts, knit, play golf, spend time with her family, who are a huge part of her life, travel, and work with the computer. Receiving a scholarship would mean so much to her. It would take some of the weight off her and her parents' shoulders, knowing that it is less money that they have to worry about paying. Receiving a scholarship would mean that someone else believes in her and wants her to succeed in college. She plans on attending Iowa State University, majoring in chemical engineering.
The second scholarship goes to Timothy Comer.
Tim likes spending time with his friends, fishing, watching, playing most sports. His favorite pastime is watching baseball with friends and family. Receiving a scholarship would mean to him that his hard work during his high school career was rewarded. He plans on attending Kettering University, majoring in engineering.
The Cobb Family Foundation, because of their commitment to youth and their feeling about the importance of education, is providing 3 $2,000 scholarships. The first scholarship this evening is going to Brandy Braham.
Brandy is a very outgoing, bubbly, positive, and passionate person. Her outside interests revolve mostly around literature and music. She loves to read and write. She finds there's almost nothing more relaxing and enjoyable in life than a good book. Equally enjoyable are the connections she has forged with other people. The important relationships she has created with people make a lot of the tough times in life easier to overcome. Music also plays a major role in her life. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to her. It would mean that she could afford a college without a looming fear of major debt after college. There are really no words to express how grateful she would be if she were to receive a scholarship. Brandy plans on pursuing a career as a clinical psychologist. She plans on attending Carleton College.
This second Cobb Family Foundation goes to Catherine Hoots.
Katie likes to play soccer and golf. She also likes to hang out with her friends and family. A scholarship would help with the financial burden that college will leave in the next 4+ years. She plans on attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, majoring in pharmacy.
And the third Cobb Family Foundation scholarship goes to Dylan Urban.
Dylan is the 4th generation in his family to have grown up in South St. Paul. He takes both academics and sports very seriously and has worked very hard to get his grades to where they are. In his spare time, he enjoys hunting, fishing, and spending time outdoors or up north and hanging out with his family and relaxing at the cabin. He looks forward to what lies ahead of him. Dylan has a passion for soccer and wants to see how far he can go. He will be the first child in the family to get a degree. Receiving a scholarship would mean a better chance to complete an education that would allow him to get his degree. It would allow him the opportunity to go to work doing something that he loves. Dylan says his dad always told him, if you like what you're doing, it ain't work. He plans on attending the University of Minnesota Morris, majoring in environmental sciences.
Lincoln Center staff and Lincoln Center PTA have teamed up to provide the scholarship for a student who attended Lincoln Center, and we're happy to have Connie Garling here tonight to Lincoln Center principal.
Thanks very much. From the Lincoln Center staff and Lincoln Center PTA, we are very happy for Stephanie Erickson.
Outside of school, Stephanie enjoys spending time with friends and family and attending school sporting events such as football and hockey games. Stephanie also likes to stay active by playing soccer and being outside or doing water sports in the summer. Receiving a scholarship would definitely help ease the financial difficulties of college, making it easier on her family. It would also make all of her hard work throughout high school, especially in IB classes, seem even more worthwhile. Overall, it would be very gratifying to end her senior year at South St. Paul. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota, where she will be studying marketing and journalism.
This is the 16th year that Nick Voyevich Scholarship has been awarded. In Nick's memory, the recipient of this scholarship this evening is Melissa Mike.
Music has made a major impact in Melissa's life thus far. She has given a lot of time into creating dynamic music for her community at Christmas in South St. Paul, performing at the Mall of America, and Christmas caroling around South St. Paul. She has spent many long days at show choir competitions, and she would also like to join some sort of music group in college. Spanish is also very important to Melissa. She will continue her studies in Spanish by studying abroad in college and expanding her knowledge about the Spanish Latino community. Athletics has also been a huge part of her high school career. Receiving a scholarship will be a big deal for her because it would help further her education and help her pay for college. Melissa plans on attending the University of Minnesota Duluth, majoring in business.
The St. Peter Family Scholarship is next. Bernie St. Peter, a past Foundation Board president, and also served on our school board. And Bernie was very instrumental in helping establish the foundation and still helps me all the time. His daughters, Jerry Weber and Leanne Combe, are here to present the Family Scholarship tonight.
And we are very pleased to announce that Elizabeth Dipple is a recipient of our scholarship.
Elizabeth's interests outside of school include reading, movies, travel, friends, and taking pictures of anything and everything. Receiving a foundation scholarship would mean a lot to her. Over her high school years, she has watched friends benefit from the scholarships the Educational Foundation provides. Receiving a scholarship would mean more opportunity for her to focus on her classes and not to have to worry about money as much her freshman year in college. Elizabeth plans on attending Winona State, majoring in computer engineering and accounting.
The Flint Hills Discovery Scholarship were established by the company to recognize and support exceptional leaders in our school. We're happy to have Wayne Jorgensen here this evening to present these two scholarships.
And the first Flint Hills Resources Scholarship is awarded to Catherine Brisson.
Besides a great love of music, Catherine enjoys traveling immensely, whether that's out of the country or summers spent at the cabin with friends. When she has free time, Catherine is a big fan of sleep. On the rare occasion she's already fulfilled that need, she likes to surround herself with her amazing friends and family. Receiving a scholarship would relieve some of the pressure associated with paying for college and would allow her more freedom to explore her career options. Catherine plans on attending the University of Miami, majoring in biological sciences.
And the second scholarship is awarded to Paige Paddock.
From a very early age, Paige has always enjoyed literature and grew up to love both reading and writing as pastimes. She loves to travel, meet interesting people, and try new things. Doing these things has helped her develop a great interest for the world around her, which she hopes to continue throughout her life. Receiving a scholarship would help Paige develop these interests, but more importantly, it would give her the knowledge that someone believes and supports her and her future dreams. Paige will attend the University of St. Thomas and plans on double majoring in Catholic Studies and English with an emphasis in writing. She hopes her college education will allow her to pursue careers, whether they be in nursing or publishing.
Ken Vogue was a 1965 graduate of South St. Paul High School who passed away suddenly in 1999. This scholarship is established by his family in his memory. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Joshua Fleury.
Josh is outgoing, likes to have fun, and just enjoys life. In his free time, he likes to drum and also play with his little brothers. This scholarship would mean a lot to him because he is the first in his family going to college, and the scholarship would help out significantly. Josh plans on attending Hamline University, studying architecture.
The Margot, Mary Lou, and Jane Dowd Scholarship was established in 1997. They were all South St. Paul graduates, and they endowed this scholarship because of their commitment to education in South St. Paul. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Melissa Brown.
Melissa loves going to the lake with her family, going to the beach with friends and rollerblading, or just being outdoors. Receiving a scholarship would help her achieve her dream of going to college to become a nurse and would take a big financial burden off herself and her family. Melissa plans on attending the University of Wisconsin-Eau Claire to study nursing.
Virginia L. Lamana Fine Arts Scholarship was established in 2003 in honor of Virginia, a former South St. Paul resident and mother of 11 children. Many of her children and grandchildren have attended South St. Paul schools. The scholarship is for a student who shares Virginia's interest in the arts. Presenting the scholarship this evening is Rock Lamana and Dan Lamana.
I wanted to comment on, I'm Rock, by the way, and this is my son, Dan. I'm number 5 of the 11. And when we put this together, my kids were quite young at the time, and my mother had a lot of passion of, well, to clothe 11 kids, you got to have fashion, right? So it's the requirement that they have to put together to try to focus on a path. And for someone to receive this, I'm very honored. My mother and father are still alive. We share that information, take a photo, and let them know. And they always send a thank you note, which is the biggest kick out of this. So this year's focused path person is Samuel Sievely.
Sam has lived in South St. Paul his entire life. He attended South St. Paul Public Schools for his entire academic career, and he is very thankful for all the opportunities they provided him with. His favorite pastime would be wrestling, where this year he was senior captain. A few of his other hobbies would include reading, camping, hiking, fishing, making movies with his friends, working on art, in practically any media, although he's particularly fond of working in silver, which the excellent arts and jewelry program of South St. Paul has fortunately given him an opportunity to experience. He likes learning about telecommunications at Town Square Television and reading about current world issues. Receiving a scholarship would give him a chance to attend an institute of higher learning and help him pursue his goals in an art and communications career.
The South St. Paul Schools custodial maintenance and technology departments have established two $3,000 scholarships for a student to be encouraged to get the very most out of everything this district has to offer. We're happy to have Doug Tomhave here to present these 2 scholarships.
Thank you. On behalf of the dedicated and hardworking custodial, maintenance, and technology staff, our first scholarship recipient is Kayla Burbank.
Kayla loves to travel and be outdoors. She loves to watch and play most sports. She also enjoys working and being around people. A scholarship would mean the world to her. She will be the first to graduate high school and college in her family, so this will be a great accomplishment. Kayla plans on attending Inver Hills, studying criminal justice.
And our second $3,000 scholarship goes to Sarah Belisle.
Currently, Sarah has started the Early Start program at Rasmussen College. This program has helped her gradually enter college life and prepare her for being a full-time college student. She lives with her grandparents and her dogs, loves spending time with them and playing games like Scrabble. Sarah would really appreciate any scholarship available because she has worked very hard throughout her high school career and would like to continue doing well through college without financial stress. She will be attending Rasmussen College to pursue a career as a counselor.
The Mike Byron Scholarship was established in 2000 by Friends in memory of Mike, a 1994 graduate and a member of the 1993 section championship football team. And we're happy to have Pete Schultz here, one of our social studies teachers at the high school, to present it, a very good friend of Mike's.
Thank you. On behalf of the friends and family and all the beautiful people that play golf with us on a lovely fall afternoon, very pleased to announce the winner of this year's scholarship is the Moose, Brett Cheetah.
Music is something that interests Brett very much. He took up playing the guitar within the last 2 years. And sports are also something that interests him. He loves watching football and hockey on TV. Sports have taught him a lot in high school, many lessons he will carry with him for the rest of his life. Lastly, he enjoys watching movies. Brett has begun to write a screenplay himself as well. His favorite pastime would have to be spending time with friends. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot to him. To have people recognize your hard work and say that they like you for what you've done these past 4 years, we're going to assist you in paying for college tuition. People investing money into his future education would be one of the highest personal honors in his mind. He will be attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in business.
The Lauren and Lucille Ellingson Memorial Scholarship was established in 1999. Lauren and Lucille were both district employees. Lucille was a secretary, and Lauren served various positions as a teacher, counselor, and principal until his retirement in 1969. They both had fond memories of South St. Paul schools and its community, and they valued education here. Lucille established this scholarship in her will, and the recipient of this scholarship this evening is Lauren Peltier.
Dance is a very important part of Lauren's life. She's been dancing since she was 3 years old and plans to continue to dance throughout her college years. To her, dance is an art and a sport, and she's very passionate about it. She dances 5 days a week, and she believes that this activity has instilled a great work ethic in herself that will be present forever. Receiving a scholarship would mean a lot for her family and to her. Her brother Patrick currently attends the University of Minnesota Duluth, and a scholarship would be extremely helpful in financing her college education as well. She plans on attending the University of Wisconsin-Madison, majoring in pharmacology and toxicology.
The Parkins Family Trust Scholarship was established by Lloyd Parkins, a 1943 graduate of South St. Paul. Mr. Parkins wanted to give back to the school and the community because of the education he received here meant so much to him. The recipient of this $4,000 scholarship this evening is Anna Sunday.
Anna enjoys spending time with friends and family and playing tennis. Receiving a scholarship would be a tremendous help in lessening the financial burden of college. She plans on attending St. Mary's University in Winona, majoring in business.
The South St. Paul Lions is one of our largest contributors through its establishment of the South St. Paul Lions Club Endowed Scholarship Fund. They also support many other school and community activities. We're very proud of the relationship with the Lions and thankful for all they do for our community. We're happy to have Jeff Schwartz here to be awarding 3 $4,000 scholarships for a student attending a 4-year college or university and 1 $2,000 scholarship for a vo-technical education.
Thank you, Carrie. The first South St. Paul Lions Scholarship for the vocational education is to Chase Cardinal.
Being a cancer survivor has had a great impact on Chase's life. It has given him a whole new meaning to life, and he appreciates life that much more because of it. Chase enjoys all the small things and loves to try new things. He is the kind of person who enjoys going above and beyond even the simple little things. He has 2 major challenges coming up in his near future, college included, and plans to push through them like he has done in the past, with his head held high and a smile on his face. Receiving a scholarship would be a huge weight off his shoulders and his family's, and it means the world to him. Chase will be attending Globe College to become an information tech.
The Lions' first endowed scholarship goes to Sam Tietrick.
Sam considers himself a very dedicated student, son, and brother. He is dedicated to getting his work done, and he is very organized. Sam enjoys being in Boy Scouts and fulfilled his dream of becoming an Eagle Scout. He is proud of his scouting background and will continue to be an active adult leader. Outside of school, Sam enjoys fishing, camping, outdoor activities, water sports, and spending quality time with his family. His goal is to attend a 4-year college and receive his degree in mortuary science. He is accepted at Southwest Minnesota State University in Marshall, Minnesota, and is excited to begin. Receiving a college would mean a lot to him. It would mean that he could help fund his education, and it makes him realize how much dedication to school has helped too. He will represent the community of South St. Paul and the schools that he has attended with pride, and will always remember the support and encouragement that he has been given to achieve his best.
The second endowed scholarship goes to Kayla Biebel.
Making art is Kayla's passion. She especially loves to design and make something new out of the old. Art is freedom and the way in which she exercises her individuality. Business is also a passion of Kayla's. The little entrepreneur in her has served her well in the past. She has owned at least 4 businesses growing up. Her dream is to own her own fashion business in the future. She loves the outdoors, and animals are another big part of her life. As the owner of 2 cats and 2 dogs, another dream of hers is to open a shelter for kitties and puppies. A scholarship to her would help immensely to relieve at least some of the stress of finding the money to pay for the education that will ignite in her a deeper understanding of herself and her passions. Kayla is attending the University of Minnesota, studying design and business.
And the third South St. Paul Lions Club endowed scholarship goes to Colton Peterson.
Outside of school, Colton enjoys a broad variety of activities. He enjoys the outdoors and spends as much time as he can hunting, fishing, boating, snowmobiling, alpine skiing, and doing anything else he can outside. He's always loved to tinker with stuff, and Colton still enjoys working on motorized vehicles of all shapes and sizes. To him, receiving a scholarship would be a great honor. It would let him know that all his hard work maintaining his grades, involving himself in his school and community, learning to be a solid citizen, and helping others is recognized. This would help him expand his global experiences as well. One of Colton's goals is that he wanted to do after his experience in Russia is to study abroad. Receiving a scholarship would help him achieve that goal. He plans on attending Ole Miss, majoring in mechanical engineering.
Every 4 years, we award the Lester E. and Marion L. Jacobson Endowed Scholarship. Marion Jacobson established this in her will so others would have the opportunity to pursue a college education that she was not able to obtain. We're happy to have Keith Jacobson presenting these two $5,000 scholarships this evening.
Thank you. It's always an honor to be able to stand up here and present these two scholarships in memory of my parents. This year, the first recipient is, excuse me, Rebecca Rosbach.
Rebecca enjoys spending time with her friends and family. She takes part in a variety of outdoor activities, such as sailing and kayaking. She would be honored to receive a scholarship from this supportive community. She plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in economics.
The second recipient is Jacob Thistle.
Jacob loves playing any type of sports, and as long as it's competitive, he's going to push himself to the limit. He applies the same mentality to his academics and personal life and strives to be the best in whatever he does and catch up to those who are ahead of him. Receiving a scholarship would show him that people recognize his determination and hard work and that his competitive nature was harnessed for a good cause and allowed him to become a better and more prepared person. He plans on attending Kansas University to pursue a career as an anesthesiologist.
The Ogleby Heart Foundation was established by her in her will. Olga had no direct connection with South St. Paul other than through her financial advisor, who knew of the South St. Paul Educational Foundation. He suggested that she set up a foundation to provide scholarships and also to support cancer research at the University of Minnesota. We are just more than one of 10 schools who benefit from her generosity and foresight. Olga provides two $6,000 scholarships, one for education and one for social services. The recipient of the education $6,000 scholarship is Abby Lowe.
Abby enjoys spending time with friends and family along with outdoor activities and swimming. She also likes baking cookies and scrapbooking. Receiving a scholarship would not only be rewarding, but would also alleviate financial stress. She plans on attending St. Mary's University, majoring in education.
The recipient of the Social Service Scholarship goes to Kaylin Crown.
Although math and science are Kaylin's strongest subject, he spends much of his time in writing and performing poetry, acting, public speaking, serving in community volunteer activities, and as a student leader. Kaylin also plays basketball at the YMCA throughout the week. He has recently applied for a very competitive federal fellowship, which would permit him to study elementary Hindi in Mumbai this summer. Outside of school, Kaylin attends numerous poetry slams and events and has traveled to Albuquerque and Madison to attend national poetry slams. He writes and performs poetry on a regular basis. This scholarship opportunity is critical to his college education. He plans on attending Vassar College, majoring in human services and social studies.
The Scholarship for the Arts was established in 1996 by Lisa and Larry Cumston. They are parents of 3 South St. Paul graduates, Kurt, Carissa, and Anna Marie. We're happy to have Larry Cumston here to present this $6,000 scholarship.
Carrie, are you losing your voice?
I am. Sorry. Can
Just
you not
one
hear
thing
me?
before we get going. At our table, Jeff, we were talking about this. Within 300 feet, and you talk about a community, we gave out $20,000, but we only got 1,000 back. So, seriously, within 300 feet, and actually, Jeff, don't you live on the boundary of one of the recipients? Right, Millers? They're next door neighbors.
Oh, next door neighbors.
Okay.
There you go. It all works out.
The winner of our scholarship this year, presented in honor of our family and for the arts, is Lucas Mellon.
Lucas likes to use a computer to create home movies and also enjoy reading. Lucas was diagnosed with lung cancer in 2007, went through surgery and treatment, and is now, thankfully, in remission. Receiving a scholarship would help him and his parents to pay for some college costs because college is so expensive. He plans on attending Bemidji State to pursue a career in film or theater.
Brian C. Behringer, class of 1960 scholarship was established in memory of Brian. The recipient of this scholarship is to reflect Brian's qualities of hard work and a great work ethic. Presenting this $8,000 scholarship is John McKinney, Brian's son, and a foundation board member.
I am pleased to present the Brian C. Behringer Class of 1960 Scholarship to Corey McGinn.
Corey loves to watch sports, preferably hockey and football. He likes to play hockey and hang out with his friends. He's been playing hockey since he was 3 years old and has always been a big part of his life. If Corey receives a scholarship, it will relieve some pressure. It will also give him the gratification that he has been recognized for all his accomplishments during his high school career. Corey plans on attending the University of Minnesota, majoring in business and math.
The Bruno Brindell Endowed Scholarship is awarded every 4 years also. This scholarship was established to reward a success of a student athlete. The recipient of this scholarship this evening is Courtney Johnson.
Courtney is an adventurer and wants not only to explore what life has to offer, but also push herself to achieve. As she transitions into a new adventure, the college experience, Courtney will be proud to continue to represent South St. Paul as a scholar and show the world how her school has prepared her to her dream and achieve success. Courtney would like a career in film and television. Therefore, her favorite pastime is to critique movies and learn the craft. She also enjoys all types of sports, learning acoustic guitar on her own, and reading. She is particularly looking forward to this summer free from IB courses, yet excited for the upcoming academic challenge. Courtney plans on attending the University of Southern California.
We are very happy to say this is the 5th year for the Sandy and Jerry Meyer Scholarship. It was established by Sandy and Jerry Meyer, both South St. Paul High School graduates from the class of 1956. Jerry is retired as the chairman and CEO of Tektronic, and they both live in Scottsdale, Arizona. And they're here to present this scholarship this evening, and it's a $20,000 scholarship.
You're the most patient 18-year-olds I've ever seen. I counted, there are 125 of you here. That's unbelievable that you're as quiet as you are. This, as Carrie said, this is the 5th year we've been granting the scholarship. And we just don't seem to grant the scholarship. We sort of adopt you when you get this. We check up on you and see how your grades are doing. I just talked to Dot Gens. His daughter was awarded the scholarship last year, and he just said she got straight A's last quarter. And the year before, Sally Alquist was awarded the scholarship, and I know her parents are probably watching. She'd better not be. She'd better be down at Luther studying. But this wonderful corsage that Sandy's wearing was given to her by the Alquist, and I have one as well. When you're 6'5" and 200 pounds, you don't like to stick out anymore with a corsage, so I didn't put mine on. The last 4 years, all of the recipients have been young ladies, and this year that's changed. This year's winner is Dylan Wallace.
Dylan enjoys living in a small town because you really get to know everyone around you. He enjoys hanging out with friends, which usually consists of talking, studying, or going to movies. He really enjoys watching Minnesota sports, whether at an arena or on TV. He also enjoys reading books when he has time, mostly Harry Potter and other fantasy novels. In the summer, Dylan can be found at the Roosevelt tennis courts playing tennis or ultimate frisbee on the field behind it. Receiving a scholarship would mean that all of the hard work and effort he has put into his schoolwork and his extracurricular activities has paid off. Dylan plans on attending the University of St. Thomas, majoring in business.
Fanny Gilbertson established a scholarship fund in her will to assist young people to attain a formal education that was not available to her. Mr. Manning will be presenting these scholarships to our valedictorian and our 2 salutatorians this evening. And tonight we have an additional scholarship for our valedictorian from the Kenneth B. Jones Foundation, and which will be presenting that as well.
Okay. First of all, we're very honored to say that we have co-salutatorians this year, and I will call both of them up at the same time. First is Paige Patet. Followed by Lauren Peltier. Since their bios have been read, I'm going to actually turn them over to Paige's father, who will take them for pictures. So go ahead. Our co-salutatorians. Now it's my honor to present the Keith B. Jones Scholarship, along with the honoring of our valedictorian, and we are very, very, very pleased to present Rebecca Rosbach as our valedictorian. Our valedictorian.
Well, congratulations to all you seniors and your families, and thanks again to all of our supportive donors. It's amazing what everyone pulls off together here. As we prepare to conclude this evening, we just have a couple details. Seniors, please pay attention. You have a mandatory meeting with me at 8:50 in the lecture hall tomorrow morning. There'll be an announcement before the bell rings, but after the bell rings, there won't be any announcement because there's testing going on in the building. So be sure to be there. You'll get more information about your scholarships then. And students and families, you'll be receiving a complimentary group picture. And then if you're interested in purchasing the individual pictures, you can go to Dan Grievous Photography, and there's some cards on your table that you could pick those up to get the information. We're asking all scholarship recipients to go down to the competition gym for that group picture that you're going to be receiving. And families and donors, you're welcome to attend there too. And finally, as you leave this evening, if you'd like to pick up a copy of the list of scholarship recipients, they're located at each of the doors. Thank you so much for a wonderful evening.